Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom. Shalom. This is Words and Questions to Yashar'al, Nation of Believers. My name is Symmanayah, and if you're tuning in for the first time, you will come to know that Yashar'al, the nation of believers of whom I reference, are all those who seek to worship and obey Almighty Yahuwah. All those who accept Yahushua as Mashiach, as our Messiah. All those who understand that it is through Yahushua, our Mashiach, that we are made one. Many members, yet one body. This is the Yashar'al, nation of believers of whom I reference. These messages are to you, are to us. These whom I call Yashar'al, nation of believers, are my brothers. You are my sisters. You are my family. With that said, this segment, I want to address maximum threshold. Maximum threshold. Noah, Lot, current time. What was the threshold of wickedness during the days of destruction? What was the threshold of wickedness during days of old? Greeting my brothers and sisters. Let me begin by sharing several verses. Matthew 24:36-39, and it reads as follows: But concerning that day and the hour no one knows, not even the messengers of the heavens, but my Father only. 24:37 says, In the days of Noah, so also shall the coming of the Son of Adam be. It says, and as the days of Noah. That was Matthew 24:37. 24:38 reads, For as they were in the days before the flood, eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark. And they did not know until the flood came and took them all away. So also shall the coming of the Son of Adam be. Luke 17th chapter, verses 26-30. Reads as follows: And as it came to be in the days of Noah, so also shall it be in the days of the Son of Adam. They were eating, they were drinking, they were marrying, they were given in marriage until the day that Noah went into the ark, and the flood came and destroyed them all. Destroyed them all. 17:28-30 continues on, and it reads, And likewise, as it came to be in the days of Lot, they were eating, they were drinking, they were buying, they were selling, they were planting, they were building. But on the day Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and sulfur from heaven and destroyed all. It shall be the same in the day the Son of Adam is revealed. Are we in the last days? Have end times arrived? Are we witnessing the foreshadow of what's to come? Will there be gradual events that lead to destruction? What is the span of time mentioned in scriptures regarding end time events? Could it be 7 years? Is it 3.5 years? Have we entered into the tribulation? Or are these experiences a foreshadow of what's to come? Are we at the door to the beginning of the Great Tribulation? Is it possible that it has begun? Have man become wicked and evil beyond measure? We have seen many agree that famine, drought, pestilence, and diseases are beginning to emerge like never before. When we read scriptures that informs us how famine, drought, pestilence, and disease have occurred in times past as a result of man's rebellion and disobedience, one can't but think that it has begun all over again. The same cycle. To humble man, to bring us to worship and obey the Most High Father. I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, cycles of discipline will one day come to an end. The time will come when we will face the throne of judgment. One day, this all will be a reality and come to an end. I am compelled to believe we are not too far from that time. Giving that practical facts are before us, They suggest that the end is near. Things such as increased famine, on top of that, world population growth. Yes, population is outpacing our ability to produce food. On top of that, the greedy, the wicked, and the evil are manipulating our food supplies. There will be an increase in death if populations continue to increase and not enough food to feed us. Man's greed is reaching enormous thresholds, followed by neglect and blatant disregard to what's important to sustain life. We are polluting our planet. We are polluting our bodies with chemicals and additives and man-made preservatives and pesticides, to say the least. If you examine just the practical and natural trends, they dictate thresholds are not too far away regarding man's ability to sustain life on this planet. I am not attempting to create doom and gloom, nor am I seeking to promote fear tactics. But I am stating things that are factual, things that are truthful, as well as things that I am compelled to believe and deliver unto Yashar'al. My brothers and sisters, these emerging conditions are not showing any signs of retreat, none whatsoever. Now let's consider Noah's time. There were those who were saved and others killed, destroyed, extinguished. I think you get the point. My brothers and sisters, discernment is a phenomenal thing. It is when the Spirit of Yahushua reveals or uncovers. Is it possible that the Spirit of Yahushua could make known to us what the experience was like for those during the days of Noah and days of Lot? The Spirit of Yahushua, when he reveals and uncovers, this is discernment. It is possible. With this said, keep in mind, Scripture said there's nothing hidden that won't be revealed. If you can come to believe this, pause for a moment and ask the Spirit of Yahushua to reveal what were some of the possible experiences that those who were left behind and destroyed, what could they have possibly experienced? I submit to you 13 things that may have been experienced by those who were on the other side, who were left behind, who were destroyed. Anger, disappointment, betrayal and lies from friends who probably fueled unbelief and rebellion. Regret, hysteria, trying to find dry ground as the rain swelled and the water rose. Violence, possibly attacking those who gave ill advice during these times. Killing, as individuals probably fought over high grounds and or maybe over rooftops, thinking that this was all going to go away and they would survive. Struggling and fighting over means to get to higher grounds, trying to steal one's donkey, cart, maybe shoes. Fighting over resources, thinking that they could outlast the storm. A display of false hope. People probably were saying, don't worry, it'll pass. Everything will be okay. Amazement. I can't believe this is happening to us. An attempt to possibly build an ark, just like Noah's, whether small or large, but met with the words, too late, not enough time. Maybe the words or the actions just showed that. Chaos, upheaval, civil unrest, and a host of other unimaginable experiences probably soared throughout the lands. I realize the magnitude of the flood was much greater than the days of Lot regarding Sodom and Gomorrah, but I believe those within the borders of Sodom and Gomorrah may have experienced some of the same things until utterly destroyed. If you can receive this, I ask you to pray and seek discernment on what will happen in the coming days. The end times regarding unbelievers and or rebellious walking the planet during the coming times. The days, months, maybe years. I ask that you pray and ask the Most High to give you a glimpse of what's to come. And I pray that you are motivated, encouraged, and fueled to seek him even more earnestly. You, me, all of Yashar'al. Let us seek him more earnestly. Let us seek to improve our worship and obedience. Yes, it is true. We do not know the day nor the hour, but the signs of the times are provided to us to be ready, as we are forearmed, or should I say, as we are forewarned. Now let's consider the experience of those who were spared, taken to a safe place, and witnessed the destruction either directly or indirectly. Remember, Lot and family were told not to look back. Noah and his family were on the ark. When the ark hit land, all was dead that was killed in the flood. Sadness and remorse may have occurred due to a loss of a family member, friends, neighbors, etc. Maybe a sense of poetic justice, such as, I warned you as to what was going to happen if you didn't obey the Most High Father. Maybe joy, glad to be among the saved, the obedient, those who found mercy and favor from the Most High Father. Maybe fearful as to what will happen next. Humble as to not make the Almighty Father angry at them who survived and were spared, at least for a season or more for some, because we know rebellion still reared its ugly head again even after Noah's flood, even after Lot, even after many examples of the Most High's wrath. Rebellion tend to rear its ugly head, and it will continue until the day of judgment, when it would all come to naught. Change in perspective regarding the awesomeness of the Almighty Father. Those who were spared probably looked at the Almighty Yahuwah differently. Maybe they became more willing to listen, improve worship, and a display of obedience for a time. And I say for a time, again, we know rebellion reared its ugly head. Consider our condition today. Yes, these and other experiences and emotions probably existed during the days of Noah and times of Lot. I have come to believe that there will be those who think I am adding to the word. There will be those who will state that these are my opinions. There will be those who are void of understanding the power of discernment and dull of seeing and hearing what the Spirit of Yahushua have revealed. But remember, my brothers and sisters, remember, scriptures inform us that there is nothing hidden that will not be revealed. These are the last days, my brothers and sisters. End times are upon us. Things will intensify, and a time will pass when the world will come to see what is unfolding. Believers will witness with eyes open, and ears will become unblocked. What say you, Yashar'al? What say you, my brothers and sisters, regarding preparation? Who has read about the 4 horsemen and the seals mentioned in the book of Revelation, 6th chapter? Could these 4 horsemen be writing now? Have any of the seals been opened? Are we witnessing foreshadows of what things will be like when they arrive, if they have not already begun? Pray and watch. Let's look at some verses. And as I read these verses, I will share with you what has come to mind, what has come to heart. And I place what has come to mind before the altar of the Almighty for clarity, for proof, or for correction and reproof. Revelation 6:2 saying, Look, I saw a white horse, and he who sat on it was holding the bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went out overcoming to overcome. Many people believe the horsemen are evil or bad. I submit to you, these are messengers of the Almighty Father. A white horseman overcoming to overcome with a bow. Yes, my brothers and sisters, the first thing we come to realize, and I believe from this, is that white horseman is saying, choose whom you will worship this day, either Almighty Yahuwah or the enemy. Conquering the conquer is describing the battle and the choices that we are faced as it regards to who we will worship. Revelation 6:3 said, when he opened the second seal, I heard the second living creature say, Come and see. And another horse, fiery red, went out, and it was given to the one who sat on it to take peace from the earth, that they should slay one another, and a great sword was given him. I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, what I believe this may be saying is that man will create so much debt, indebtedness, that we will not be able to fulfill our obligations and repay the debts that we have, and as a result of that, we will face an economic collapse. Financial chaos will spread throughout the planet. Could that be occurring as we speak? Revelation 6:5 says, and when he opened the third seal, I heard the third living creature say, come and see. And I looked, and I saw a black horse, and he who sat on it holding a pair of scales in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four living creatures saying, a quart of wheat for a day's wage, 3 quarts of barley for a day's wage, and do not harm the oil and wine. Could this be describing how famine has resulted in inflation, high food prices, high prices for resources that are desperately needed for sustainability? I ask you, could the black horseman be riding? Could the conditions mentioned in Revelation, have they begun? Revelation 6:7 says, and when he opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth living creature saying, come and see. And look, I saw a pale horse. For some, the translation comes to be a green horse. Pale meaning green when you look at the original Hebrew, so I'm told. Whether pale or green, it says, he who sat on it had the name Death, and the grave followed with him, and authority was given to them over a fourth of the earth to kill with the sword, with hunger, and with death, and by the beasts of the earth. Are we approaching the time of the pale horse? Could the pale horse, the green horse, be talking about how we have destroyed our planet? So a result of polluting the planet, a result of global warming, will result in chaos and catastrophic situations that will cause battles and wars, that will cause and fuel hunger, that will cause death, that will cause livestock to die. Have the pale horsemen begun? Have any of these 4 horsemen begun? Have these 4 seals been opened? These are questions I ask. I've presented to you a possible interpretation of such. I offer some possibilities. These 4 horsemen and the first 4 seals, as I read the previous verses. These are only possibilities, my brothers and sisters. If my words are true, then proof will prevail. Let the Spirit of the Most High make known his righteousness. Again, these are possibilities that I have placed before the altar for clarity and confirmation, or reproof and correction. Pray and watch. I realize for many, they may feel or have come to believe we have plenty of time to get it together. But in order to see the reflection of a true awakening people of the Almighty Yahuwah, there is much work to be done. There is much correction to occur, much discipline. There will be much correction. We will see judgment and we will see wrath. These are all a part of the realities of the plan of the Most High. We don't really know how bad things got, nor how wicked man became during Noah's time. The same can be said regarding the story of Lot and his family. But we do know that wickedness and evil got to a point where the Most High said, enough is enough. I am compelled to believe that we are approaching some intolerable levels of wickedness, and with these conditions will come judgment and wrath like never before seen before from the Most High Father. I earnestly suggest that we come to realize that the Spirit of Yahushua is alive and continues to present instructions and reproof, discipline and judgment for the perfecting of the body of believers who seek to worship and obey the Almighty Father Yahuwah. Remember, it is written that judgment begins at the house of Elohim first. Ask yourself, what is the face of that judgment? Whom will he use? How will he execute that judgment among the house, his house first? What say you, Yashar'al? Are we working to establish and prove worship and obedience to Abba Father? What is your position? What have you chosen? Choose wisely this day whom you will serve. Pray and watch. All proof is coming. Obstacles will be removed, and there will be a demonstration of increasing righteousness before the battle ends. There will be a remnant. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, my family, consider both sides regarding those who lived during the days of Noah and Lot. Consider those who were spared and those who were left behind. Consider those experiences being rekindled in these last days amongst those who will be walking the face of the earth. Maximum thresholds regarding man's wickedness and evil are approaching, and with it, judgment and wrath from the Almighty Father Yahuwah in its wake. I encourage you to strongly consider developing a ready mind to obey, for our current days will be faced with intense challenges, hard decisions, tough choices regarding end-time prophecies and the fulfillment of scriptures. Until next time, my family, know this: thresholds are coming. Maximum thresholds are over the horizon. And if you believe scripture to be true, when we reach those maximum levels that only the Almighty Father knows, it's a terrible thing to be in the path of his wrath. Choose this day which life you will seek to preserve, or will you choose to lose your life for the sake of Almighty Yahuwah? Choose this day whether you will contribute to bringing thresholds of wickedness about, or represent the call from the Most High Father, represent his righteousness, be obedient to him. Until next time, my brothers and sisters, until next time, this is all too real. All too real. We are in a war. This is battle. And soon and very soon, it will come to an end. Until next time, brothers and sisters, shalom, shalom, shalom.